Okay, so I need to edit this page, edit the settings.
The live buttons.
Up in advance.
There's a button in the top that says live on. That's yellow. It turned yellow. I don't know what that means.
Yes, because I started the broadcast, so it's going to start. Okay. And then I started the question and answer feature, just for fun. Okay, so save and return to course. Okay. Well, hopefully I'm not. I totally didn't realize it was 8 o'clock.
Oh, hey, I got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Your green background, do you do that deliberately so it's your green screen?
It's my office wall.
You could use it as a green screen, you know that.
Well, yes, but it's my office wall.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, I feel like such a dork. Okay, I'm going to like regroup and get it together. I've been working on the course.
I got to start on more of the chapter 2.
Yeah, I've been working on that, and then it comes in phases, right? So I just outline like what are all the things we're going to cover in the class, okay?
Right.
And then I got my spreadsheet because it's not me without a spreadsheet. We got to get
it helps.
Andrew. Where is he? Okay. Yeah, I know how to put that in. Announcement sounds good. And get this guy back in here. So anyway, right, I put it in my spreadsheet, and I just start kind of like playing around with what kind of outcomes do I want? How do I want people to interact? That to me is like the thing I try to think about first is how are people going to interact with each other? Because I think that's the most important. And then you just put something down, and like some of it's okay, some of it sucks, as anything.
Right. Well, I got the chapter 2 of Tucker. I'm going to start on that, doing that tonight.
Thanks.
So you want it done by tomorrow sometime?
Well, if possible. We only have like 4 or 5 days.
Right.
So I need time to look it over, edit it, do the formatting so I can open it. Thinking of opening it Wednesday.
Okay. I'll have it done.
I'm not positive on that just because I'm taking a train. I'm going to ISTE this week, so it's going to be...
Oh, you are? You lucky.
Yeah, real lucky to spend all my money and time.
Well, I'm leaving Thursday for Modesto for CTAP, so I'll be doing a prezzo there.
What is your presentation?
This one's digital citizenship, basically making a positive get-it impression online. So, but the cool thing is I'm taking 2 of my SDC students with me. They are going to present also.
Yay.
These are special day kids.
Yeah, I heard that. That's awesome.
One's very autistic and the other one not so much, but boy, they are just rock stars at their technology. One can do the iPad better than anybody I know, and he's amazing. So
share that story in the notes for Module 2, just Gigi's story, and then talk about students who they're in a special day class, they're not necessarily successful in regular classes, and people would some teachers might dismiss them, right?
Yeah. Not in our school, but yeah.
Right.
Is this the right one?
Hey, yes. I'm so sorry. The first time is you got to work out the kinks. Oh, I've just been like in a zone because I feel like I'm hitting a little bit of a epiphany on how I want to do some things. So I was getting some stuff together, working on the collaborative 2 reading and the module outline overview. Right. Did you see my update to the overview, Gigi?
Not yet. Not tonight.
Okay.
I got back from a trip over to Oakhurst, so looks like Andrea's coming in.
Oh, good, Andrea.
Yeah, actually there were 4 of us in a different hangout.
I'm sorry. I will get it together better next time. I was telling them I was like in a flow where I was like being inspired by a few things. Like, you know, your first step is just to outline the course in like a really rough draft. Like, what kind of stuff do I need to cover? Okay, what kind of assignments do I need? Actually, before I do that, I think about how I want people to interact, and then what kind of assignments do I need, and kind of that stuff. And so you get that rough draft, and then I dump it all into Moodle to kind of sketch it out. So I'm just like, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's good. It is what it is. And so then, you know, then you just keep massaging.
I'm in.
Okay, so here's my idea. I have way too many assignments, and I know that. So my first thing is, if you feel like something is busy work, I really think like the DGO assignment's probably busy work, so we should probably just cancel that one. I like the idea that you should be exposed to DGO and know that you can, like, how could you use this as a resource? In the Innovative Educator Advanced Study Certificate that I had made. And that's also through Fresno Pacific, and it's a collaboration with Q and Fresno Pacific. Instead of a book, I had a DGO collection of articles, and because, especially with technology, that articles really quickly go out of date, right?
Right.
So the idea was, well, I'll put all the articles into DGO, and then you could choose which articles you wanted to read, and then you reflect and comment on them in Google+. And that worked out really good, and I liked it. So I want to make sure I introduce you guys to DGO, but I have some different constraints in this class that I didn't have when I made the certificate program, and so right now I'm not feeling like it's flowing, and it's just like something to do. So I'm probably just going to ask that you just make sure that you're familiar with DGO and you poke around with it rather than exactly what it says.
Okay.
I'll update something in there. Because I think it is a good resource. Who here uses DGO?
I've used it only once before.
No, I never used it.
Never? Okay, so that's the thing, is I would like you to try it. But it's not something that we're really flowing a whole lot through the semester because I don't have a collection of cool articles for you to choose from. So let's just make that assignment a lot easier, and that you give me your word that you've checked it out and tried it. Because I use Chrome, Google Chrome, and I've got in the, you know, like in the Omnibox where you type your URL next to it. Could really use a name for that. I have my Chrome extensions. I don't know if you guys are into Chrome extensions. I have a DGO Chrome extension, so whenever I get to a website, then I'm like, oh, this is really good, and I want to save it. That's what I bookmark to. That way I can access it on my phone and any other device. And then also, you can add them to a group. So I have a group for this class. So anything I come across that's digital literacy and anything along those lines, I'll put it in that group. When I find something that's Google, I add it to the Innovative Educator group. So it's social bookmarking, so you can add things to the group also, right? So you can see how now you can do this with students or with groups or teams, resources. So I think it's really helpful. I personally use it, so I would like you to at least check it out. Does that seem fair enough? Do you want more directions on that, or is that good enough?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
So all the directions that are in there, I'll make a note of this after the, I better make a note to make a note. Not with that pencil. This won't work.
The story of my life, and
that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I should use my Google Pen.
I was gonna say you probably don't use pencils very often.
I'm pretty much ignorant. I have 30 devices that access the internet, but
I have one of mine. I have one right here.
said, Mom, should we just throw away all the pens that don't say Google? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they still work. Okay, so DGO assignment. To just check it out. I think I will also, can I ask, would anyone mind if I required that you try out the Chrome extension?
That sounds good. I think I'd like to try it out anyways.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I will change that assignment to just poking around, sharing a resource, anything, a link, and point out some of the different things that you can do with it. But let's strip that one way down. Okay, so then back to my original point is we have way too much stuff in the course, and the problem is, I think, is that I'm assuming all of you have a wide range of experience. There's things that you know that this class covers for sure. And I'm assuming you're going to come across some assignments you're like, seriously? I totally already know how to do that. I don't think it's going to be universal. Like, I don't think it would be every single person. So if that is true, that really it's superfluous and nobody in the whole world needs it, then let's just take it out. But if it's just a few of you, then here's my option.
Go.
All right, who?
Close the door.
All right, Tony, I'm going to mute your mic. Please mute yourself as you need to. Okay. Sorry. No, it's somebody else that has some background noise. You hear it? I'm going to no. Mute you one at a time. Aha! It was, come here, Andrea. Sorry, Andrea. Okay, so I muted you, but please, please unmute yourself. I don't want you to feel like I'm putting you in quiet jail. The point here is for us to interact, but there's some background feedback. Oh, the other thing is never have two hangouts in the same room. Has anyone ever done that?
I think we just discovered that. What background noise are you hearing? Because I'm just sitting in a hotel room. Is it the air conditioner?
Yes.
Okay, I'll turn it down.
Sorry. Yeah, and so I can't, Samantha and Tony, I can't unmute you. Unmute yourself.
I just do that right now.
There we go. Okay.
Good. Yeah, you're good.
So and I'm offended if you get muted. Unmute yourself. I try to make a habit of muting myself when I'm not talking, just because I have 5 kids.
Right.
Okay, so my idea is that these sessions be optional, and I'll try and not make them an hour if possible, but that you would be able to use this to replace any 20-point assignment. That's not 20 points of extra credit. It's for you to say, I'm not going to do this assignment because I attended the session. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if it replaces an assignment, I just ask that you make sure that you're chatting in the chat box or contributing. Really where this comes from is, you know, I've done these in the past, and sometimes somebody turns off their webcam and they introduce themselves and they go, they're not heard from again.
I think I've seen that in a funny video.
Oh, have you guys seen that fake conference call video?
Yes, that's it.
I need to find that.
That's a good
Post
one.
it just for fun for the rest of you. Okay, so anyway, at the end of this, we've got 5 of you in here. So the 5 of you, I'll give you a secret word that you can use. I'll turn off the broadcast, and I'll give you a secret word. So what you would do is just turn in the secret word to the assignment. You're like, I'm using this code to take up, and you can use it once. But you can use it. You can save it up for Module 8 even if you wanted to. So, kind of like a bathroom hack or a magic ticket.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so any initial thoughts, impressions, things that you need support on?
Well, I had a question about, since it is summer, and I at least am going out of town, and I'm sure other people are too. When I'm in the middle of Nevada with no reception for about a week and a half, will I be able to work ahead or get caught up?
Probably more on the get caught up. Okay. Only because this is the first time I've done it, and I'm still trying to polish things a little bit. But I think if you click on the side, it says like assignments, forums, chats, like it's a list of the assignment types. Now obviously I have teacher view, so it looks different for me, but I think if you click on that, it actually shows you all of the assignments and all of the things, whether or not it's winky eye off. So you can kind of poke in there if you want. Hold on. Can you see the chat box?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
So I just shared with you my brainstorm list. That doesn't mean that's what you should go by. This is my notes for myself. And so that's my rough draft. But if it helps, that's what I went off of, so that could give you a really good idea of what's coming up, so you can try and get ahead if you want.
That's good.
Sounds good.
But I am aware that it's summer and that people are traveling. I'm traveling too. I'm going to Atlanta next week, so I'm going to be very sensitive to that.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You could also just bank up your Google Plus participation, or these things, Google Hangouts. Like, I'm just not going to do it that week. If it, like Module 5 is only 20-point assignments.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few larger assignments that are not, but I mean, a lot of other modules, but most of them are just pretty much all 20-point assignments. So you can really wipe out a lot of stuff.
I had a question.
Yeah.
So I made a list of things that are have-tos each week. So tell me if there's something that I'm missing. I have to post at least 4 times on Google Plus each week, correct?
Yes, and that can be just encouraging others.
Right. I have to do 3 Google a days, or do 3 Google a days and log them each week because I chose to do that instead. Is that correct?
Yes, but it's just like, just get in, do 1 search and be done.
Yeah.
Or do 3 in a row and be done.
Okay. And then I have to respond or comment to 1 reply per page in the collaborative reading doc.
Approximately.
Okay.
So, I mean, Gigi, Gigi's got an exception, because she's further along in the program. This is actually her last course, so I'm letting her do some research to work ahead. So, Gigi, you've already contributed in the document.
Say it again?
You've already contributed in the document.
You're breaking up. I'm so sorry. I can't hear you.
No problem. Okay.
Say it again. One more time.
Check.
No.
You see it, the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't need to. But here's my thing. When I'm reading on a book, I get very frustrated because sometimes I just want to put in a little note like, "Oh, me too," and totally agree with this, or this is missing. Did you think about that? Sometimes I just want to say something sarcastic. Like I really like to say something sarcastic. I'm gonna write that down. So when I talk about inserting a comment, it does not need to be significant. I don't want it to be superfluous either, but I want it to be where you feel like we're doing this together. And so you can see that other people can read a comment, and you can be like, "Oh, me too." I'm really not looking for you. I'm not looking for it to be like a paper or an assignment or a discussion post. I'm not looking for it to be that at all. I'm like, seriously, sarcasm. Does everyone know how to insert notes on a Google Doc?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you right-click and choose insert comment, or it's under the insert menu. Or for those of you who are new to this, Command Option M on my Mac. It's Control Alt M on your PC. You can insert comments that way too. I just want to give you an opportunity to just kind of feel like we're reading it together.
Gotcha.
Little notes in the margin, so to speak.
Okay.
Gigi, does that help?
Yeah.
Gigi, while you're doing them, while you're putting in some of the research, and you can probably insert some notes just right then, is
Yeah.
thoughts, feelings,
Okay.
sassiness, whatever. So,
Sounds good.
does that help, Andrea? So there's one more person in the class. Does anybody know who that is?
It's
Teresa, isn't she part of the group?
Yeah, does anyone like have contact with her?
No.
Okay. Okay, just checking. I don't want to see anybody out, especially when it's being taped.
I'm just curious if everyone is how far they are in the program. Is this the first class?
yeah, this is my third.
4 for Samantha. Andrea?
This is my 4th.
Okay.
So any other program questions, observations, requests?
Real quick, I have a question. Assignments, when are those due on Friday? Is that or is that just the modules? Because you have dates on the modules.
Yeah, so everything in the module is due at the end of the module, except I have some of them that I think it'll take longer, and so I said, do a module 4 or do a module 7, like it says that.
Okay.
But so as long as we're doing it during the week and turning them in, that's
right.
fine.
That's correct.
Okay.
And don't get crazy, but if you need a little extra time, because it is 6 weeks is so like this. So if you need an extra day or two, don't make a habit of it. I'm willing to be a little flexible. Am I making sense?
Yeah, well, because I'm used to working on them. Like I'll work through them throughout the week, but like sometimes I need Saturday and Sunday because that's when I kind of have my free time.
I completely understand.
Because I'm working on I'm doing summer school right now, and I'm also coaching soccer. My 4-year-old soccer team.
Okay, and so
Kamikaze.
that's not a problem. I think the best thing you can do is just kind of make a little post. Or you can email me or make a post to Google Community if you feel comfortable with that. Just say, hey, can I finish a couple of these? I'm finishing a couple of these over, the weekend. I'll have them by Sunday so that I can. It's kind of nicer for me to grade everything at once, so I can just kind of hold off a little bit and then I'll grade it, just so I know.
Okay.
Does that seem all right?
Yeah.
So again, I'll be flexible as long as no one's taking advantage. I don't want to sit down and grade a million things all at the end.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you can think of my time, I will respect your time. Okay. Anything else? Does anybody? Oh, go ahead. Does anybody want to host this next week? Because I will be gone.
What day do you want it to happen?
I don't know. What day is the person who's volunteering want to have it?
I'll do it on Monday. That's when I have free.
Okay.
Me too. Monday's good.
Monday's good.
So Tony, are you willing to host?
Yes, I'll do it. Okay.
So Tony, I'll give you a double bonus. I'll give you two exemptions.
Thank you.
Okay. So you're going to host on Monday. Is this the time that's good for you? I chose 8 o'clock because that's when my kids go to bed.
Yeah, you know what? It is at 8 because when I seen it last time, I thought it was going to be at 6, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it because I kind of feel busy. But yeah, at 8 o'clock would be fine for me. If that's time for everybody else.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Andrea, is 8 good for you?
If I'm around, like I said, I'll probably be in the middle of Nevada with nothing, so I might not be here next week.
You and me are in the same boat. Okay. So Tony, what you'll do is just I'll make an invite. I'll send you some directions on how to set this up.
Okay.
You guys would just talk for at least 30 minutes, and just talk about whatever kind of stuff is in the module, and share around some content in the assignments.
Right.
And Tony, I'll give you the secret word.
Okay.
Okay. You guys ready for tonight's secret word?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. I got to turn off the broadcast.